Tonight on Pacific Report, Bill Reiter, the silly sound of success. And you'll meet Bill Reiter. You may not know the name, but you will recognize the voice when Pacific Report returns. Next, Marleen Trotter reports on a man with a job a lot of us would like to have. When he goes to work, he gets to goof around with his voice and gets paid good money for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Bill Reiter.
He couldn't make it. He's at home watching Bundolo.
I don't have one inch of being afraid. I've always loved to have a riot, which was the phrase that we used when we were kids, right? Boy, did we ever have a riot, you know, and I've always loved that, and I've always loved having fun, yeah.
Look, here's something interesting, Terry. It's a book by Louis Dantin van Rooten, and it's written in French, but it makes sense in English.
For the last 20 years, Bill Reiter has been having a riot and getting paid for it.
Un petit, d'un petit, 7 ans au val. Okay? Un petit, d'un petit, à de great fall.
That's fantastic.
Hands of care with the soft touch for him that's using that head and shoulders.
Well, I just winged it, actually, you know, just what I did.
Reiter has become one of the most sought-after voices in North America for commercial radio and television.
The milk you drink.
He comes from Vancouver's East End, and he can portray an array of characters you would meet at any bus stop. He loves being funny.
How did they do that?
We did one commercial, and I was, you know, we'd do a 30-second spot, and I'd be, you know, and I got to go home now, and you get on the bus, and you want to do 30 minutes for the people on the bus, right? Because, you know, you're flying.
I wonder if we should do the couch dragging first.
Miles Ramsey is an actor, writer, producer, and partner in an ad agency that's been hiring Bill since the beginning.
There's a common man in him, in all the characters that he does. There's a street person. There's just, you know, it's a guy off the street. It's a guy that you might run into at the gas station or in the supermarket or someplace. He's just a common guy.
That common guy approach has won many awards for commercials that Ramsey and Reiter have collaborated on.
We've got commercials tonight from Canada, Japan, and Australia. Watch the monitor.
Today we're in the home of one of BC's best-known personalities, Mr. Sasquatch.
Including the most famous one in BC for kokanee beer.
Well, Bob, is it Bob?
Yeah, it's Bob.
I shy away from taxidermists and furriers, but I do like kokanee.
Oh, that's because you live up here near...
It was somebody that had to be an exaggerated character. He had to be a street kind of character. He lived in a cave, but it was furnished. His wife was in the other room. And Bill was just an automatic choice for it. I can't think of anybody else that would have done it.
I mean, it's a silly little thing. It's a commercial. We're not talking about Shakespeare here, right? But, oh, I love it. Oh, yes.
Oh, hi, Bob. Oh, a mating season. Moonlight music, cool Chris kokanee. Get the picture?
Hey, do you mind if we watch, or is that okay?
Yeah, oh, no, Bob. Nobody watches the master at work.
I'm ready.
You're my little mugwump. Oh, hey, no cameras.
And mugwump, who came up with that? I mean, I've seen mugwump T-shirts. I've heard people called mugwump.
I have my lawyer actually looking into that now. Well, there's a lot of guys now very scared. A lot of...
Reiter has a way of keeping everyone he works with on their toes, especially other performers, like Jane Mortefee.
Bobby.
What?
Oh.
What? What did I say?
It can be very frightening working with Bill because you never know what he's going to do, you know, and sometimes he'll throw something at you just to see if you can, you know, if you can pull it off. But, yeah, so it makes for never a dull moment.
They make fun of me now, you know, because Bill, Bill, it's over, right? The way it's written is the way it is. Please, you know, will you shut up, you know? But I always want to add something.
You know what I like? When a public was playing all these guys, he goes, ding, ding, and ding, 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 like that. And then a shark comes.
Bob, I think you better go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like a little kid in a way that he's going to do something that is naughty. And he'll do something just because there's that naughty, nice, but naughty little boy in him somewhere.
Norm Groman was one of the crazy cast members of the wildly unpredictable Dr. Bundolo's Pandemonium medicine show.
And on the way home, I taught it to yell, "Help, murder police," every time it hears a loud noise. Watch. Help! Wait for it!
The show developed a veritable cult following, and it gave Bill Reiter free rein for his zany humor.
Huh? You see?
That's very impressive, Holmes.
Uh-huh. Well, aren't you...
I haven't seen drumsticks on a parrot for a long time. As big as that.
We were that far from finishing the scene, and all of a sudden, he dug both hands into this bowl of pork and beans, and went all over his face like that, you know. Aren't you... That's what he does, you know. He'll just go one or two more over. And sometimes it winds up being cut, and sometimes it's a keeper.
Doggy cheese, come on. Cody, doggy cheese. Come on, guys.
Bill Reiter is wild and crazy when he's on stage, but at home he's not always on the way some performers are. He relishes his quiet time and avoids the spotlight.
And I used to hide sometimes when we did, I've never told anybody this, when we did Bundolo and we were out in the road, you know, people would come in, "The mayor of Regina would like to speak to you," right? And I'd be, "No, I'm not talking to anybody. I told you, Don, don't bring anybody here," right? Poor Don.
Is this 2 feet? Are we a little more? Is this more than 2 feet?
When he's not working, Reiter is building an authentic Japanese garden in his Burnaby backyard. He's passionately interested in the Oriental culture.
The things that are inherent in a Japanese garden can be found anywhere. You know, whatever you see in a rock or you see in a tree, that's what counts. It's whatever you make of it yourself. It can be in Burnaby, it can be anywhere. You know, when I see a dragonfly flying over the tops of Matsu, you know, over tops of pine, just gives me a wonderful feeling.
You're passionate about this
I
garden.
love it so much, yeah, and it's going to be great. It is going to be fabulous.
Whoa!
Reiter gets passionate about a lot of different things. Japanese sword fighting movies, which to him are works of art. International hockey. He's an avid collector of hockey trivia. And black music. He's got an absolutely phenomenal rhythm and blues collection.
Bill's very passionate in his pursuits, and I think that's something that I really appreciate about him.
Bill's biggest passion is his wife, Ebba, who loves the many sides of his personality.
I think I have the record for most flowers delivered at work. He's so caring, he's so thoughtful. If one of our friends' mothers goes into hospital or something like that, you can be guaranteed that there'll be flowers there the next day. If Bill cares about you, he cares about you all the way. He's a pleasure to live with.
Even though he's a Sasquatch.
Well, you take care when you find it, you know. There you are.
Bill Reiter has created a good life for himself in BC, doing work that many actors have found they have to leave Canada to get. But Reiter makes the work come to him, because there's one other thing he's passionate about, being Canadian.
I would like to do a series of films where I'm sort of an itinerant kind of a guy who travels around Canada, working in a circus or selling wares. I would love for it to be immensely popular and for it to be totally Canadian, so that, you know, the ultimate thing would be that Americans would look at it and say, how the hell do those people like that?
It doesn't really matter, it all remains the same. Ow! Yeah. Doesn't matter, because it's going to remain the same. What? I don't know what else I can say.
How did you guys get up here so late at night?
No, there's only one cup of coffee. Thank you.